Hi, I'm Omar.
And I'm Mia.
And this is Hey, That's on Netflix, Insta-Watch, where we tell you things to watch on Netflix Insta-Watch.
This week we're recommending 5 things to watch if you are a discontent dystopian. How do you know if you're a discontent dystopian? You get annoyed when things are just a little too happy. Your friends call you a pessimist, you call yourself a realist.
Oh, I misspelled said.
Whoa. What are you doing, Omar?
Just tearing up a piece of paper.
You cannot afford to be wasteful. There are trees dying in the world.
Always picking the small fights, Sam. I think my car is still running.
And you're right.
Guys, we need to be careful. Facebook is taking over the world.
How interesting. I will put this theory onto my Facebook.
I too will input this into Facebook.
My God. I'm too late.
Ha! Social commentary.
Anyways, here's our list.
Number 5 is Fifth Element. This is a Luc Besson film about a cab driver who has to protect a woman who happens to be the key. You know what? It doesn't matter what this movie's about. This movie is awesome. It's one of the most awesome movies in the history of great movies. This movie is like a really fun and colorful Blade Runner.
It's like, pop, pop, shoop, shoop, pop. Yes!
Okay. If you haven't seen it already, you have to go watch it. Right after this video, go watch this movie. You don't know what you're missing. If you have seen it already, we can sit for hours and talk about the set design, the detail, the inventions, Chris Tucker. But really what we want to talk about is that awesome operatic fight scene at the end of the movie. Because it's so good.
Number 4 is Planet of the Apes. Yes, we're talking the original classic Planet of the Apes and not the Tim Burton one. Look, I like Tim Burton, so let's just leave the comments for later. Let's just skip out on that conversation. The classic one is really, really good. It's got the Statue of Liberty thing at the end. It's got like the cool ape makeup and costumes and stuff. But honestly, every time I watch it, I can pretty much only think of the Simpsons episode where they made a Planet of the Apes musical. And they're all like, Dr. Zaius, Dr. Zaius.
Number 3 is 12 Monkeys. I don't want to talk about this movie. I don't want to talk about what the plot is. I don't want to tell you what's going on in this film because that's the fun of it. It's just watching it and putting all the pieces together. But I will say it is one of the best movies of the 90s. Good job, Terry Gilliam. But there are incredible, spectacular performances by Bruce Willis, Brad Pitt, Madeline Stowe, who I am in love with. Every single time I think about her, I hear the Last Mohicans theme in my head. This movie has some awesome twists and deals with time travel in such a genius way. In fact, it's kind of similar to how I imagine Looper is going to be.
It's me from the future. I can't shoot myself. Here you go, Sam.
My pleasure. How are the kids?
Good.
Number 2 is 1984. Now, this is the dystopian movie. It's based off that George Orwell book about thought police and Big Brother. This movie is very effective. It really gets under your skin. The aesthetic is dark and dreary. And it's so iconic that Hunger Games actually copied a lot of elements of this movie. Like all the Capitol videos, those are all borrowed from this film.
And number 1 is Fahrenheit 451. Fahrenheit 451, like 1984, is based off a really classic dystopian novel by the late, great Ray Bradbury. It takes place in a world where you can't have books or read or anything, and if they find out that you have books, they burn them. Which made me feel actually really bad when I was like watching the movie version of Fahrenheit 451. But it's really good. I just rewatched it this morning and didn't even realize that it was directed by Truffaut, which is awesome. But be careful when you're typing it in that you spell Fahrenheit correctly. It took me a really long time to find it because I kept typing it in without the H.
Yeah, well, your spelling would improve if you read books. So, that's our list.
What are your favorite dystopian movies? Leave your answers in the comments below. Also, don't forget to like our video, share it, and subscribe to our channel for videos every Wednesday and Friday.
We also want to say a huge, huge thank you to our friend Sam Kirsch, who dropped by and was a guest for this episode. We don't want you to think that he's like some curmudgeon. He's a super nice guy, super friendly, and very optimistic.
Although he didn't realize we were filming during that one shot.
Alright guys, I'm setting the microphone up and we'll be good to shoot. Sam, what the hell was that?
Alright, we'll see you next week.
Bye.